What two events are rare, occur in different geographical areas, and share similar reporting tactics? You guessed it, mass shootings and pandemics. More about pandemics later. I think we've had enough talk about that. Right now, our focus is on mass shootings. In collaboration with Dr. Lisa Bryant, we aim to answer the following question: does media framing of mass shootings affect public interest? Before moving forward, this topic of media framing will continue to be relevant because there will always be the events that will strike a strong reaction with the public. Not only that, but the way that the media reports these events, like mass shootings, can affect the conversation of these events and whether it will prompt significant attention by the public or instead lead to complete dissolution. So the poster presentation here is titled Research on Mass Media Framing in Mass Shooting Reporting. In my paper, I had titled it The Perfect Mass Murder for the Mass Media. For our research, we looked at whether 1, the average age of the victims per mass shooting incidents, 2, the location of where a mass shooting occurred, i.e. a public or private space, and 3, the details of the perpetrator was used to frame media reporting in mass shooting coverage. For the data collection, we randomly chose 2 mass shootings per year, beginning in 2013, ending in 2019, totaling 14 mass shootings that we were looking at. Primarily, we have looked at the New York Times to be the representation of the media since, according to research done by Altheed 2006 and Shallcrott and Neuschert 2013, quote-unquote, newspaper format is more compatible than television news for analysis of framing and audience effects. Now, our results suggest the following. 1, as the average age of the victims per mass shooting increases, the number of articles published by the New York Times decreases. 2nd, more articles were published by the New York Times when a mass shooting occurred in a public space as opposed to a private space. Lastly, when looking at various national and local newspapers, the print media reports a bit higher than average on the details of a perpetrator of a mass shooting. However, our results determined that the media, for the most part, reports only the basic information or details of the perpetrator, suggesting that the media is not significantly placing their attention on the perpetrator of a mass shooting. Now, our biggest takeaway of this research paper is that the media is, in fact, using factors to affect or drive the public interest. By targeting and reporting more on mass shootings where the age of the victims is low and the shooting occurs in a public space, the media is driving public interest to direct or narrow their attention to school and non-workplace shootings, respectively. Based on these results and the parallels of media reporting on the current coronavirus pandemic, also known as COVID-19, future research into media framing can identify what strategies the media has taken to report on COVID-19 and how this media framing has affected the public interest. For instance, whether the public is attempting to follow shelter-in-place orders or are protesting it, etc. Thank you for viewing my presentation. My name is Beverly Perez, and I hope you stay well.